Coming up, Election Day has finally arrived.
And an abandoned Valdosta house burns down.
We'll have these stories and more. Your News Valdosta starts now.
Welcome to News Valdosta. I'm Allison Thorpe.
And I'm Tevin Williams. This is the day many of us have been waiting for, Election Day. Although early voting is over for elections, normal Election Day is taking place today. Reporter Brittany Williams has more.
This morning at 7 a.m. did kick off our Election Day voting for government officials, which included United States Senate, Governor, Lieutenant Governor, Secretary of State, Attorney General, Commissioner of Agriculture, State School Superintendent, Commissioner of Labor, and Public Service Commissioner. There are a couple different locations where voting will take place, but depending on where you are registered is where you will be able to vote, such as here at Northside Baptist Church. If for some reason you do prefer to vote off-site, you can also pick up an absentee ballot application, and there you will be able to mail or fax in your ballot to your county registrar. Remember that the precinct hours for today's Election Day will close at 7 p.m. this evening, so you do have a couple more hours to be able to get your voice heard. Keep in mind, if you don't vote now, you shall remain silent later. For News Valdosta, I'm Brittany Williams.
Yesterday afternoon, after being alerted by another bus driver, Berrien County officials arrested a Berrien County school bus driver for drinking on the job. Tammy Sorrell was suspected of drinking alcohol as she transported the children of the school from their bus stops. After getting word of the incident, authorities stepped in and arrested Sorrell and then proceeded to charge her with driving while under the influence of alcohol, as well as child endangerment. Sorrell is currently awaiting trial and authorities.
An abandoned house burned to the ground Monday on Grand Bay Road with no reported injuries. Lowndes County Clerk Paige Dukes said the cause of the fire has not been determined and is still under investigation. The 911 call came at 12:40 p.m. and the Lowndes County Fire Department arrived on the scene at 12:50 p.m. When firefighters arrived, the house was completely engulfed in flames and was a total loss. In addition, the last owners of the house had left the property many years prior.
The Valdosta City Council is looking to amend its current alcohol ordinance, ordering that downtown establishments, excluding private clubs, must get 50% of their annual sales from the sale of food. The current alcohol ordinance only requires establishments that intend to serve alcohol to have food service, with no requirements on how much food must be served. The city states that this new ordinance will ensure a more compatible environment for those living, working, and patronizing downtown to coexist.
The investigators are searching for a semi-truck trailer full of beef that was stolen from a truck stop in Lake Park Sunday afternoon. At about 3 p.m., the Lowndes County Sheriff's Office responded to the Flying J Travel Plaza off of Interstate 75, Exit 2. The driver of a white 2007 International truck with a 53-foot refrigerated trailer reportedly told deputies he went inside the travel center and the truck was stolen by the time he returned. The driver said the truck was locked and the keys were in his pocket. The truck and trailer belonged to the General Freight and contained a load of beef. Investigators did not have an estimated value of the amount of meat taken. The Sheriff's Office alerted agencies along the I-75 corridor to be on the lookout for the vehicle, but it has not been located.
The Valdosta Police Department now has a program that helps less fortunate children have a Christmas they will never forget. Reporter Matt Tanga has more on the details.
The Valdosta Police Department is accepting donations for their 10th annual Shop with the Cop event. This program was designed to help brighten the holiday season for local children who are less fortunate for the Christmas holiday. Last year, the Valdosta Police Department assisted over 25 families and over 20 representatives participated from different law enforcement agencies. To qualify, children must be in the ages between 4 and 11, must live within the Lowndes County area, and have not been previously selected for this event. On the event day, participants in this year's program will use donated funds to visit the Walmart on Inner Perimeter Road and shop with an officer. Citizens, businesses, and/or organizations that are interested in this event can contact the Valdosta Police Department. For News Valdosta, I'm Matt Tenga.
Coming up, the Valdosta Fire Department completes a new public education project.
And area farmers show off their stuff in the final part of our series on local agriculture, so stay with us.
That's slow, that's slow. That's slow and below the tongue. Seriously? Okay.
This is one amazing truffula tree. Can you imagine a place where these grow everywhere? Yes, it's called the forest, a magical place to enjoy with your family. Ooh. So discover the forest and explore all the wonder that's there. Visit discovertheforest.org to find a forest near you.
Welcome back to News Valdosta.
How much do you know about Valdosta government services? The city fire department just finished its first attempt to show residents what firefighting is all about with an innovative new program. The city honored its first graduating class from the Valdosta Fire Department's Citizens Fire Academy last week. The 8-week course was designed to educate citizens about the services and operations of the Valdosta Fire Department. 13 people graduated at the ceremony, which featured a dinner and an honor guard and bagpiper.
Our coverage of last weekend's New Leaf Market Farm Tour continues with a profile of 2 more farms in the South Georgia, North Florida area. Xavier Hall has more.
Day 2 of the New Leaf Farm Tour brings me to 2 more properties in the South Georgia, North Florida area. Let's check it out. O'Toole's Herb Farm is a certified organic nursery growing heirloom vegetables and herbs. Through organic farming methods, O'Toole's practices stewardship of the land and has created a peaceful, healing atmosphere for all to enjoy. B, the current owner, told me exactly why she participates in the farm tour each year.
Just real grateful to New Leaf Market for having this farm tour. Every year I say yes, and every year I'm sorry until it happens, and then it's always fun.
O'Toole's Herb Farm is located in Madison, Florida. The farm opened for business in 1990. The land has been in B's family since 1840. Originally selling fresh-cut herbs as well as wholesale and retail plants, O'Toole's is now open by appointment and for special events, with its main emphasis on wholesale plant production. The greenhouse is open to show the whole process of propagation, growing from seed and cuttings to flourishing plants ready for purchase. Deep Roots Meat, located in Madison County, Florida, is owned and operated by the Platt family. Troy Platt, son and caretaker, explained one of the bigger challenges of maintaining their field feeds.
Winter grazing, you have a lull right here, you know what I mean, and you're trying to fill that lull, and it just depends on Mother Nature's going to cooperate with you from year to year. You know what I mean, how that lull, ends up.
They sell all grass-fed beef in individual USDA inspected packages, custom harvest by the half or whole animal and free-range chicken eggs. Their Angus cattle is not fed any grain, antibiotics, or animal byproducts, and are not fed or given any growth hormones. They are only fed high-quality grass and baleage, and these practices have been found to ensure the healthiest beef you can eat. Deep Roots is one of the few grass-fed properties in North Florida and has been serving and ranching cattle for over 6 generations. Xavier Hall, News Valdosta.
On Monday afternoons in November and December, the South Georgia Medical Center is offering the American Lung Association's Freedom from Smoking program to help tobacco users kick the habit in 2014. The program is offered free of charge and is taught by professionally trained instructors in a supportive classroom environment. A certificate of completion is awarded for those who complete the 8-class course. You can call SGMC to register.
Looking for something interesting to do in the city? Here's your chance to learn more about Valdosta. News reporter Lanika Alexander has more.
From First Fridays to Art After Dark, downtown Valdosta has a lot to offer. But there's also historic walking tours. From the European House Hotel to the Dosta Theater, this tour takes you downtown to see some of the historic sites of Valdosta. Most homes featured on the walking tour were built between the years of 1860 and 1945. But most residents aren't aware of the historic walking tour.
Yeah, I think I'd like to see what, pretty much like the origins of the city. It seems like it's a cool little place. So, like to see what actually initiated this smaller city will be interesting.
Known landmarks such as the Lowndes County Courthouse, the First United Methodist Church, and even the People's Building is included on the tour. Even the C.C. Vernado Building, now a boutique and vacant lot, is also included on the tour. A local Valdosta resident had this to say.
I was fortunate enough a couple years ago to do the walking tour with Leadership Lounge, and it's fabulous downtown. You'll get to see a lot of things like there's lofts down here. A lot of people don't see that above the shops. And a lot of the shops like today were open house for the flower gallery. It's just, it's gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous.
And there you have it. So the next time you have some free time, grab a buddy, head over to ValdostaMainStreet.com, download the free map, and take the historic walking tour of downtown Valdosta. For News Valdosta, I'm Lanika Alexander.
Up next, we'll take a look at local weather conditions with Miss Lanika Alexander. So stay with us.
When every moment matters and a hand reaches out, when someone gives blood and a life is saved, that moment when heartbreak turns to hope, you're there through the American Red Cross. Every day, the Red Cross responds to nearly 200 neighborhood emergencies, and your support makes it possible. Use this moment to join us today. Visit redcross.org.
Welcome back to News Valdosta.
Yesterday, the weather was beautiful. Now let's look at what's happening today with the weather anchor, Lanika Alexander. Lanika?
Thank you, Tevin. Today's weather is nearly the same as yesterday's weather with a high of 75 degrees and partly cloudy skies. Humidity is at 52% and there is no chance of rain. Wind speeds are up to 6 miles per hour, so grab a light jacket before heading outdoors. And for tonight's weather, we can expect a low of 53 degrees with partly cloudy skies. There will still be no chance of rain with the humidity levels getting up to 97%, so expect fog tomorrow morning. Winds will be light and variable. Tomorrow, we can look forward to mostly cloudy skies with a high of 79 degrees and a low of 60 degrees. The humidity level will be 68%. The UV index for today is 5 on the 12-point scale, which is moderate, so you should plan to apply sunscreen before heading outdoors. The pollen count for today is low, so all you allergy sufferers have a break today. That's all I have for you today in the weather. Back to you guys at the news desk.
Thanks, Lanika. When we come back, Robin Carter will have our local sports report, so stay with us.
some people struggle with their mortgage payments, they become frozen, petrified. Not knowing what to do, they do nothing. But the people who do something, the people who take action, are far more likely to get the most positive outcome. Making home affordable is a free government program. Call now to talk one-on-one with a housing expert about the options that are right for you. Real help, real answers, right now.
$7,000 high school students drop out every school day. That's a line of desks more than 4 miles long. We can keep students in school. Visit boostup.org and take the first step.
Welcome back. Well, today we'll get our local sports report from Miss Robin Carter. Tell us what's going on, Robin.
Thanks, Tevin. Although the Lowndes County Vikings experienced a loss to the Valdosta Wildcats during Wintersville weekend, they have identified their key component contributing to their losses: turnovers. In all 3 of the Vikings' last games, including Friday's Wintersville Classic, they suffered the most protecting and recovering the football. During the Wintersville Classic, Lowndes lost 5 fumbles and threw 2 interceptions in a 13-10 setback to rival Valdosta. The Vikings will visit Martin Stadium to face the Tift County this Friday at 8 p.m. Tift County is currently 6-3 and 1-3 in the region, and if the Vikings want to return with a victory adding to their 6-3 record, they will have to fix the turnover problem. There was more than football to the annual Wintersville Classic. Members of the community got to enjoy food, family, and friends. Reporter Derek Hill has more.
Fans enjoy good tailgating time, hot fried Southern cuisine, and a great rivalry between 2 high schools for another Wintersville Classic. It's a sold-out crowd and by far one of the biggest games of the season.
The Wintersville Classic is a time for all Valdosta and Lowndes residents to come together and enjoy a great rivalry that has been going on for years. Both Lowndes and Valdosta fans made sure they got their tailgating spots set up early before all the good spots were taken. The Wintersville Classic is about more than a football game. It's about keeping a tradition going and bringing a community together from both school systems. Tailgaters got to enjoy music, food, games, rock walls, and being around old friends and family. I had a chance to speak with a few residents to see how important this game was for the community as well as the players and coaches.
As for a community, it has a great impact. It allows both county and city people to get together. It's kind of like a family reunion. Some family members go to city schools, some family members go to county schools, and this is a time we all get to come together and enjoy one big football game.
Tell you what, it's just, it draws so many people. It draws, 15,000 probably, and then with all the stuff like here at the park, probably in the neighborhood of 20, and it just brings everybody together, and a lot of animosity on both sides, but it's all fun. It's all for fun. The older I get, the better it is.
As you can see, both Lowndes and Valdosta High School have very loyal fan bases that show full support for both football programs. I'm Derek Hill, News Valdosta.
For the second week straight, the Valdosta State football team was ranked 5th in the Super Region 2 rankings released Monday by the NCAA. The top 6 teams in each of the 4 regions will advance to the postseason, and the Blazers will remain in the playoff picture following their 24-17 win over West Alabama last week. Lenore Ryan leads the regional rankings, while Delta State moved up to number 2 after beating now 3rd-ranked North Alabama 33-28 on Saturday. Tuskegee is 4th, with West Georgia taking the 6th spot. Valdosta's soccer team defense shined as they defeated the West Alabama Tigers 2-1 this past Sunday. The game was a critical Gulf South Conference match, which earned the Blazers a bye into the second round of the GSC tournament, thanks to a game-winning goal off the foot of senior Caroline Moore in the last seconds of the match. Shelby Jennings put the Blazers on top when she scored a corner kick offering from sophomore Kayla Robles. With the win, Valdosta State closed out the regular season with a record of 9-6-2 on the year and 9-2-1 in league play. The Blazers will represent the number 2 seed heading into the GSC tournament. The good news keeps rolling in for the Valdosta State soccer program. One day after securing the number 2 position in the Gulf South Conference, 5 players were named All GSC by the league office. In the poll voted on by coaches throughout the conference, Leanne Bishop and Olivia Mills received first-team honors, while Rebecca Bonilla, Shelby Jennings, and Abby Edwards were named to the second team. The Blazers will begin preparations for the second round of the GSC tournament this week, which will take place on Friday in Pensacola, Florida. Moving along to the Valdosta State volleyball team, who racked up big numbers against the Alabama Huntsville Chargers this Sunday with an impressive 3-0 win in the Gulf South Conference. Valdosta State dominated the match from the outset and improved to 10-7 overall and 13-4 in GSC play. The Blazers used strong offensive performances by Kelsey Hedman, Jessica Cordado, and Destiny Berry to compile a .278 hitting percentage. Strong finishes were in order of the day, as the Blazers never let the Chargers win a set, winning an average of 9 points each set. Valdosta State will hit the road one last time to face West Georgia in Carrollton today at 7 p.m. That's all that I have for news today. Back to you guys at the news desk.
Thanks, Robin.
When we come back, we'll find out just what the happiest place in Valdosta has in store for their 2015 season. See you then.
Get your suit. You're not sitting here. Yes, I am. Move. Give it to him hard.
No.
Every day, kids witness bullying.
Why you stab me with it? No.
They want to help,
Ow.
but don't know how. Teach your kids how to be more than a bystander. Visit stopbullying.gov.
Welcome back to News Valdosta.
Wild Adventures Theme Park is investing about $1 million into a new family thrill ride and animal exhibit. The new ride Jungle Rumble is set to open in March of next year and will be located next to the Swamp Thing roller coaster, where a brand new exhibit featuring squirrel monkeys will also be located. This exhibit will allow guests to watch the animals climb, swing, and jump from branch to branch. Wild Adventures has also extended their guaranteed best price for a 2015 season pass through November 16th.
The Georgia chapter of the March of Dimes honored 16 outstanding Georgia nurses at the 2014 Nurse of the Year Awards. The Nurse of the Year Awards recognizes nurses who demonstrate exceptional patient care, compassion, and service. Whether serving as a healthcare provider or chapter volunteer, these nurses have played a critical role in improving the health of Georgia's residents. The event had more than 600 attendees and raised over $160,000, making it one of the top Nurse of the Year events in the country. A complete list of finalists is available on the March of Dimes website.
Volunteers are needed for the Wounded Warrior Project's Homeless Heroes Hike on Saturday. The volunteers are needed to give directions, hand out water, and collect phones. Cell phones will be donated to Meals of Honor, an organization that recycles old cell phones to provide meals for homeless veterans. The hike will take place this Saturday at the Valdosta Middle School track from 9 in the morning to 5 in the evening.
The Literacy Volunteer Program of South Georgia is sponsoring their second annual Literacy Bike Race at Clyattville Park on Saturday, November 8th at 8 a.m. Registration is $25 per person with a choice of a 23-mile, 66-mile, or 100-mile race. There will be a kid zone available for youth riders and watchers. You can sign up at the Literacy Program website or on site the morning of the race.
The Valdosta High School class of 1974 will celebrate its 40th reunion on November 7th with a meet and greet and light supper from 7 to 10 p.m. The following day will host dinner and dances with a live band and dress casual from 7 to 11 p.m. Classmate dues are $75. You can visit Valdosta1974.net for more information or to make a payment. That's it for our news program today. Thanks for watching News Valdosta. I'm Allison Thorpe.
And I'm Tevin Williams. We'll see you again tomorrow.